What's up, man? I want to talk about Lemont Peterson. He retired after losing to Lipinez. When that fight was made, I didn't think he can beat Lipinez anyway. I thought that was going to be too much. I thought Lemont Peterson, the Earl Spence fight was the nail in the coffin for Lemont Peterson. You know what I'm saying? The one thing about Lemont Peterson is the crazy thing about it is he used to be like a boxer. He used to be a pure boxer. That's what Lemont Peterson used to be, a pure boxer that goes to the body very, very well. And he began, people start hearing things about Lamar Peterson when he gave Floyd Mayweather trouble in sparring. Everybody said how he kind of dominated Floyd in sparring, but yeah, man, he used to be like a pure boxer. Like when I first started seeing Lamar Peterson and his brother coming up, I forgot the other Peterson name, but his brother used to be the banger and he used to be the boxer. And when he started moving up in weight, Lamont Peterson started changing his style for some odd reason. He started changing his style. He fought Timothy Bradley in a good fight, and I think that was the beginning of him trying to bang, because we all know Timothy Bradley is tough. Timothy Bradley loves to bang, loves to fight on the inside, and I think that was the fight that Lamont Peterson started changing his style. He went on to fight Victor Ortiz to a draw. We all know he beat Amir Khan in that controversial fight with Amir Khan. He beat Kendall Holt, which Kendall Holt was a knockout artist back in back in his day. What's up, man? Barry Hunter. Barry Hunter is Lamont Peterson trainer's name. But I thought he probably should have stopped the fight in probably the seventh or the eighth round. You know what I'm saying? Lamont Peterson took a lot of hard shots, man, fighting on the inside with Limpinez, and it just didn't work out for him. But I remember when Lamont Peterson fought Lucas Matisse. That's when Lucas Matisse was on that knockout streak of knocking everybody out after he lost to Zab Judah. He went on he was on a knockout streak before he fought Zab Judah. But he was knocking everybody out in top fashion. And I believe that fight, Lamont Peterson had trouble making weight. It was something about the weight, because was it Lamont Peterson that had trouble making weight? I think he had trouble making weight in that fight or something like that. But he got knocked out in 3 rounds. And, he came back, fought Danny Garcia. He fought Felix Diaz, which I thought Felix Diaz beat him. And he fought Earl Spence in a grueling fight where he took a lot of flush shots. Then he fought Sergey Lipinez. I mean, this time it's time for him to hang it up. You know what I'm saying? I hope he stays away for good this time. I believe Lamar Peterson is like, what, 33 years old? Somewhere up in there. Lamar Peterson, how old is Lamar Peterson, man? You don't say right here how old he is. I believe he's like 33. He may be like 33 years old. And yeah, that's young, but Lamar Peterson been in some tough fights, man. He been in. It doesn't really matter how old you are. We look at the fights that you had and how grueling, how much it took it out of you. I don't know how old you are, but if you go back and go research my guy from the 80s and 90s, Taylor. He was a lightweight, the one that fought Julio Julio Chavez Sr. and Mildred Taylor. Go back and look at Mildred Taylor. I believe Mildred Taylor was 27 when he fought Chavez, and he lost his prime in one fight, man. So it doesn't matter how old you are. It's the accumulation of punches you take. How many hard, tough fights have you been in? And it takes a lot out of you, man. Boxing is not a sport to where, you know what I'm saying, like football. Football, you're going to take some damage in football. Basketball, you get some injuries here and there. Soccer, you get injuries. But boxing is something you getting punched in the head, man. Your brain is getting rattled. So it's a whole lot different. You cannot play with that, because you will die in the ring, man. And it's probably good that Lamar Peterson did retire. I can't tell nobody to retire, but I thought after the Earl Spence fight he should have hung it up. I thought before that he probably should have hung it up. You know what I'm saying? It just Yes, he can probably still beat some C-level fighters. You know what I'm saying? But what you know what I'm saying? What is he in it for? He in it to fight C-level fighters? Because he's not gonna beat no top 140, no top 147 pounder. So why just be in it just to take punches and fighting fringe fighters? And then eventually the C fighter's gonna start beating him because he's been in too many wars, man. Too many wars. So my hats off to Lemont Peterson, man. He was a warrior in the ring. He fought hard, man. He fought hard. He fought hard in this fight. He even hurt Lipinez. Was that round 8? He hurt Lipinez. So he was doing fairly good in the fight. It's just Lemont Peterson just threw away his boxing, man. He used to be a pretty good boxer, man. He used to be a pretty nice boxer. I don't know what happened. I think that Timothy Bradley was the turning point of him changing his style. And he had some success banging it out with some fighters, and I guess he liked, like banging it out. He does like banging it out, but back when he was coming up, he will box you, break you down boxing wise, and then he will bang it out with you. Then Lemont Peterson will bang it out and get you out of there, or banging it out and wear you all the way down. But then he started. It started getting to the point to where he was opening up banging with you, or when somebody hit him with a nice shot, he'll start banging with the guy, and that's he's a competitor. That's a competitor. That's a competitive nature in you. But boxing lends itself to, you have to stick with your style, man. You have to stick what you do best. You know what I'm saying? And what he did best was he used to get behind that stick, that jab, and he used to go to your body, hit you with the right hand, round after round after round, breaking you down systematically, before he banged with you. But like I said, man, my hat's off to Lemont Peterson, man. I hope he, I hope he didn't take that much damage in his boxing career to where it's going to show up later in his career. But he's been in some tough fights. Go back and look at some Lemont Peterson fights, man. That man been in some tough